Trump Great America Alliance co-chair Eric Beach is here. Eric, what do you think of the small business dilemma? They have had such a hard time. Some of these guys have had to make serious choices. Do we pay the mortgage? Do we pay college tuition? Do we pay our health bill? I mean, we never saw this coming under Obamacare when it was launched in 2010.
Well, some of us did. I mean, what you're seeing in Iowa, you're seeing all across the country. 94 out of 99 counties would basically not have any access to health care if Obamacare continued. And I actually think the Democrats should send, the Republicans and President Trump, a thank you note because, as you mentioned earlier, there's 25 states that they have to defend in 2018. Obamacare was imploding, and this shows that Donald Trump, he's apolitical in many senses. He wanted to find a solution. He could have just let it hang and let it go on the route that it's going to go. And politically speaking, that might have been the best route. But what he did is he showed true leadership, and I think we're going to be better for it.
Eric, if the Senate passes reform, what do you think will happen in the insurance markets with premiums and deductibles?
I think they're going to go down. I think one thing about President Trump is he's a free market business, president. And I think many times what we have to look at is, we still have to enhance this legislation. We have to open up state lines. I think you're going to see premiums come down, and really we had no place to go but up when it comes to, increasing access to health care and lowering the premiums.
Remember how, Eric, how Democrats fear-mongered over reform. Let's take a listen.
The Republican plan to cut health care wouldn't make America great again. It would make America sick again and lead to chaos.
A friend of mine just told me his grandson was diagnosed with leukemia. That child will have a pre-existing condition for the rest of his life. You want grandma living in the guest room? You repeal the Affordable Care Act. Make America sick again? Is that what the Republicans want to do?
Well, the Democrats are being criticized for making health insurance unaffordable again. Right, Eric?
That's right, and they have the same instincts as they did in 2010. They're out of touch with the American people. They want to have subsidies. They want to continue to try to make it a really single-payer system, and that's not what most Americans want. I mean, part of this election was a referendum on the Democrats and the health care system, and that's what we saw, on November 8th. Look, I think if they continue to go along these lines and they want to defend what they thought was Obamacare, they're going to face voters like we're hearing from Iowa, where they had unaffordable access and they couldn't even get health care. And, as I said, I think President Trump did them a favor, and, onward and upward from here.
Eric, some conservatives and viewers out there are saying, these high-risk pools that federal taxpayers are going to have to pay for, this is the same as Obamacare. In other words, that the fears is that the federal taxpayer won't just be footing the bill for pre-existing conditions, but also will be paying for, bad habits like excessive smoking or obesity.
It was a $1 trillion price tag when President Obama passed Obamacare, and we're going in the right direction. I mean, already we're going to see that cut in half. So this isn't going to be the end result. I think it's going to get chewed up in the Senate, and it has to go up from there. But at the end of the day, it's going to lower premiums, it's going to help with the taxpayers, and it's going to allow middle-class Americans to have affordable health care.
Yeah, it'll take $1 trillion in taxes off the backs of small businesses and American taxpayers across the country over 10 years. Eric, good to see you again. Come back soon.